Hi everyone, this is Wakas. I'm from WonderTree, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use WonderTree, the platform for your children. Amazing. So let's begin. The first thing that you need to do is you need to go to WonderTree or play.wondertree.co and then log in. So I'm just going to use WonderTree over here, and let me just log in using my details. And we wait. Now you may notice that when you're entering WonderTree for the first time from your computer or laptop, it will ask you to get permission for the webcam. Please keep in mind that we don't use webcam for recording any videos or we don't take any pictures. We are ISO 27001 compliant and no video is processed by our servers. This is all processed on your computer. The only reason why we ask for the webcam permission is so that the child can use their gestures like body movement as input for the game, and that can only be done when the webcam is on. So this is why we need to turn the webcam on. Now the first page you see is the games page, and in the games page you can see all of the games, the different games that we have. And if you wanted to learn more detail about the game, all you need to do is tap on the game, and over here you can see the tutorial for the game. You can either play the tutorial to see what the game is about, or you can understand what skills the game is developing. So for example, motor skills and cognitive skills. And inside motor skills, we have other segments as well. So let's take a look at another game, which is a different game, to see which skill set it is that is building. So this is primarily a cognitive game. When we click on it, we can see that it is developing memory, attention, and visualization and focus skills. So next we're going to be covering how to add players, and then how to add facilitators, and then how to play the game and to view the reports. So let's add a player. So in order to play the game, you need to make sure that you have selected the right user. For example, like Abdullah is playing the game. So you need to make sure that Abdullah is in the system and he's playing the game. Or maybe Samantha wants to play next. Then you also need to make sure that you are selecting Samantha, or let's say Sadran or Shajia from the list. And then they are the ones that are playing the games. How do you add the children? You simply go on settings, and this is where you add the players. So you need to add all of the players first. So let's try adding one player. Let's make them random user. This is just for the purpose of showing you how it is made. We can add roll number, it's optional, but let me add roll number 12. Or you can add a serial number or assign a serial number to every individual as well, 1, 2, 3 and going on, because sometimes there is one name is given to 2 or 3 students as well. And we can select an avatar from here as well. Let's go with this cute little robot and save and save. There we go. So the player has successfully been added. Let me add another random user. Oh, so I cannot have another user. Cannot have the space. I will give the girl icon to this one. So we have added 2 players so far. Now we're going to look at how the facilitators can be added and how can you assign the player to the facilitator. Why we need to do this is that the players cannot play by themselves. The facilitator needs to basically be assigned the player so that the facilitator makes sure that they're playing. And by facilitator, we mean the teacher or the therapist or anybody in the classroom who has access to the children and to the games. So let's add the facilitator. Facilitator 1. This is our fictional facilitator, or teacher 1. Let's teacher 1. We need to add the one at you need to add the email address of the teacher. Right now I'm just making a fictional account, so I'm just going to add the fictional data over here. As you can see, Over here you need to have a password, but the password needs to have these criteria. I'm sure you're aware of them. Let's have the password as well. ABC@123 4. Okay, so this class qualifies for our password. ABC@123 4, and now we click on save, and the facilitator account has been created. Now we need to assign players to the facilitator. So first we're going to select the facilitator that we have created. We can either search by over here, or we can just simply type the facilitator over here, teacher 1. There we go. This is the one that we created. We're going to go here and we're going to assign players. The players that we're going to assign are the two ones, which was the I forgot the players that I created. Let me just see. Random user 1 and random user 2. Okay, so we have added 2 players to the facilitator, which was teacher 1. Okay, so if you want to, for example, view this, all we need to do, for example, for Adil Najib, we can see that this facilitator has these many players. But if you go to THCH1, we can see that they have 2 players. Now the teacher 1 also needs to log into their email and then verify this email address, and you need to, as an admin, you need to give them the password as well. But it's very easy and fairly simple. All you need to do is just go on your email and verify it. Since I've added a fictional email address, I don't think I can go and verify it, but this is how it's done. Now let's move towards actually how to play the game. Okay, so we are here and we're going to select one of the games to play, but we're going to play from the user, which one was it? Random user 1. This is the one that we made. So for example, I'm random user 1. Now let's play a game. All we need to do is click over here and then click on play, and the game is loading. So some of the instructions for playing the game are that we need to make sure that the background is well lit. Let me light this up as well. There we go. Secondly, the player needs to stand at least 3 feet back so that their body and their knees are visible. And number 3 is that the background should not be cluttered. Like there should not be a lot of objects, paintings, colors in the background, because then the player, the children or the students are going to get confused when they see what is on the screen. And I'll show you in a minute when the game loads as well. But these are the main instructions, and then you'll be good to go. A therapist can stand behind the child in order to support the child from their hands. I don't have another person to show it, but this is how it can be done. You can also select the player from here, so you don't have to go back to the main screen every single time. So let's play a game. This is the tutorial. You can skip it from here.
Here's how you can enjoy.
All right, let's play a game. I'll adjust it a bit. These are the instructions. You can read them, and let's begin.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so I have superpowers in my hand, and what I'm doing is I'm popping the bubbles, and there's different games, and different games you're doing different things. Right now I'm just popping bubbles. I'll pop one more. Just one more. There we go. So this is how the game is played. But you need to complete the levels in order for the report to be generated. Let me grab my chair back and let's begin. Now comes the last part, which is the reporting part. So in the report, you can see how well the child is doing and what progress have they made. Again, since random user, which is me, and I just created this user, I have not played a single game, like completed a single game, so this chart is empty. So I'm going to select a player which has more populated data, which is the Wonder user. So the reports are divided into 3 main segments. Number 1 are these 2 things, which are the overall progress. And then we have these 4 tiles, which show you a little bit into the depth, like overall progress is made of these 6 parameters. And then part number 3 is in detail progress, as you can see over here. When you scroll down and you can see all of these things. I'm going to go over all of these one by one. So bear with me. So the overall progress is a number from 100, like 1 to 100, and your child or any player is in between this. 100 is the maximum that you can reach. Like if you play every single game perfectly, then you can reach 100. And right now your child or Wonder Test user is on 62%, so it shows the progress. And these are the number of games and these are the minutes played on which this progress is being shown. When you talk about this graph, this is simply a better representation or a different representation of the overall progress over here. So this is divided into overall, and then agility, focus, coordination, balance, and memory. Again, this is out of 100. So when I hover on coordination and I see 55.9, so that means that Wonder Test user, this player's coordination is 55.9 out of 100. Similarly, focus, as you can see, the focus is a bit more and balance is a bit more. So you can see focus is 85.2 out of 100. So we know that Wonder Test user, our player, is very good with focus and balance, but needs to have, like agility and coordination and memory. They need to improve in this. Secondly, we have these tiles. They show you what the overall progress is made up of. So we have focus, hand-eye coordination, average reaction time, balance, agility, and memory. If you want to know more about what is focus or what we are measuring in focus, you can just click on the eye and it tells you, like what we are measuring the focus about. And over here, again, with the focus, you have focus from 100% or 100 points. Hand-eye coordination, everything is from 100 points, and this is where the child is at right now. If you click on detail, it will just bring you down to the focus element where you can view the focus improvement week by week, and then you also get to know the games that help the child develop the focus, or the games that are recording the data for the focus, or through which the points are being assigned. But we're going to go one by one. So over here, what you're seeing is the gameplay usage history, in which you can just see how many times the games were played by how many children. This is for this Wonder Test user. Like Wonder Test user played Balance It 3 times, Brain Graph 4 times. And I forgot to mention, but you can select the date from here. So you can view the report for last 30 days, last 7 days, yesterday, this month, last month, this week, and even select a custom range for this. So right now we're viewing it for 30 days and we're seeing the progress for 30 days, all of this. And we're also seeing that in 30 days, Balance It was played 3 times, Brain Graph was played 4 times, and Bubble Pop was played 4 times, and so on. When we move down, we see the heat map. So we can see the heat map of WonderTree user when WonderTree user played the game, when the child, like we can select the child from here, played the games. And over here you can see that, like on 31st August 2024, the total game time was 4.6 minutes and total game plays were 6. So you can see when the child has played the games within the 30-day time. Over here you can see the overall progress. You can see focus, hand-eye coordination, average reaction time, balance, agility, and then you see a heat map as well. What the heat map does is basically tells you the upper body movement of the child and where they're moving their hands the most and where their improvement is needed. So red means strong spot and green means weak spot, as you can see. So as you can see that this child has very good movement range almost everywhere except for the lower quadrant, or you can say this is the left side, right? Lower left side. So it immediately tells the teacher or the therapist that where we need to focus the child's movement on. Moving down, we can see the body part usage. So we can see that the child is moving their left hand a lot and the right hand not that much. Similarly, they're moving the right limb or right leg more and their left leg not a lot. So this also tells the body movement part or body movement ratio, and this also tells the teacher or the therapist like which where they need to focus more to develop the child. Then we have memory and the game that makes up the memory thing, memory score, and that is it. All you need to do is get the childs, enter them, assign a facilitator, and then start playing it. I hope this tutorial was useful and helpful for you. And if you have any questions, we are always there to help out. And all the best. May you have a lot of fun with the children, and may the children grow after using WonderTree. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.